Alright guys, so in this video basically what I'm going to be going over is the top 5 stocks that I believe are best during this time period. I'm kind of going to be explaining why and also my opinion of what's going to happen to the market during this time period that we're dealing with the coronavirus. And I'm going to kind of be giving my opinion, but I don't have to be right. The stock market could always go the opposite direction. So basically we're going to start off here with forward slash NQ, which is the future correlating to the ETFs TQQQ and SQQQ. But if we take a look here, if we change this to the 3-year chart, even if you go further back, what you see is you see the correlating to NASDAQ. So it continues an uptrend, right? It just continues an uptrend. So it's correlating to the NASDAQ. So NASDAQ is just overall always uptrending because of the how the market affects it, right? So because of that, TQQQ will always be going up towards in that direction, right? So as we see here, if we go closer to 30-day, we see the market fell dramatically, and we've already recovered about 84% for TQs, right? So we recovered dramatically, but I wanted to talk to you guys about that. I personally believe that we are going to have another crash, right? So basically, we're having a tremendous stock market crash until a whole bunch of hype over the $2 trillion stimulus package and over the economy opening back up May 1st. But even if we do open, there's going to be so much fear and not enough and so much unemployment rate that the recession still has to happen. So I think that even after all this and even after we recover, I just think there's so much hype that TQ is going to continue to rally until around the 1st of May. Then once businesses start opening back up and we start seeing the true results of what this did to the economy, then I believe the stock market is going to crash again. It's not going to be as fast, but I do believe we're going to slowly see lower lows, and we will be in a bear market, and we will possibly go even lower than this. So around this time period, you guys need to be really careful and pay attention to you guys are trading, especially if you're in for short-term trades, right? So overall, though, TQs tends to rally and go up towards it tends to go up more, and it has an overall uptrending pattern even towards the past 3 years. So even if it tends to pull back eventually, because we are extremely overbought right now, it will eventually over time go back up. So that's for the first one. Another one is DGAS. DGAS is the ETF correlating with natural gas, and its future is forward slash NG, right? The reason why I choose DGAS as one of my top stocks is because overall, if we look at forward slash NG for the past 3 years, it's overall for the most part been downtrending, right? So forward slash NG's correlation ETF is UGAS. So when NG goes up, UGAS goes up. Both when NG goes down, DGAS goes up, right? So DGAS is the opposite of forward slash NG. So we look at the 3-year chart, even the 1-year chart. It's just the overall downtrending pattern as we see here. So DGAS for the most part continues to overall push up as we see here, right? So that's why it's another one of my top stocks. It's one of my favorite stocks to trade, and the VWAPs have a lot of influence over how this stock specifically trades. If it's always above the middle and top VWAP, it tends to stay uptrending, and if it breaks below, it starts to downtrend. So this is why it's one of my favorite stocks to also invest in. Now we're going into one of the bigger stocks, which is Tesla. So if we look here at Tesla, for those of you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys know what Tesla is. It was overall just consolidating. Tesla is a very, very, very new company, but is a very big and revolutionary or evolutionary company that will change the world, right? They are changing things, and this stock will continue to grow and grow and grow for a while because we are still at the beginning stages of Tesla. Tesla right now is currently trading at 729. It's reached highs of 968, and there's a lot of analysts who believe that this will become a $1,000-$2,000 stock. So if you're in it for the long term, Tesla is one of those stocks that you want to hold throughout the next 1 or 2 years, or until it continues to uptrend, right? So as of right now, Tesla could continue to rise or it could drop. But if you're in it for the long run, you can buy the dips or wait until it starts to drop even more, and then hold it throughout the next couple of years. One of my next stocks that I believe are going to do good is, I'm going to go ahead and skip these two and go to Uber. So the reason why I believe in Uber so much is because this whole coronavirus affected it really bad, right? And it downtrended. So overall, Uber, there's no drivers right now. I mean, there's some people driving, but Uber is very low. But Uber is also fairly new. So what's going to happen is, with these huge unemployment rates, when things start to open back up, a lot of people are going to get into Uber. A lot of people are going to find ways to make more money. People are going to be driving around more. And it's going to slowly come back up because there's going to be a lot of people who are still scared of the virus. But if you're in for the long-term investment, Uber will be a stock that I believe that within the next maybe 1 or 2 years, could rally up and almost double in price. And my last, I consider this one, but you can consider it two stocks. It's the BA and AAL. So American Airlines and Boeing. So both of these are airline. Well, one of them is an airline, the other one is an airplane company. So basically, I consider them both as kind of the same area. They both dropped dramatically. The return of investment on Boeing that we see here is currently about 130%, and American Airlines is currently at about 125, 130% as well. So they're about the same return, right? So basically, once things start to open back up and business starts moving, airplanes are a necessity. People need to move around the country. Business is what keeps the economy going. So this it's more of a necessity. So this will eventually start to push back up when flights start happening again. So that's why I believe AAL and BA are another top stock to invest in. Now, you can always take your own opinion on what you think is going to happen, but I currently believe that for the next maybe 1 or 2 weeks, until May 1st, or until we open back up, the stocks are going to continue to push up. After that, I believe that we're going to slowly see the recession, and we're going to slowly come back down until we hit lows again. And then we'll start to rally back up as our economy begins to recover. These are my top 5 stocks. You consider them almost 6 for long term, and also some of them for short term. So whenever you guys enter a position, just be careful and remember to pay a lot of attention towards direction and to your basically your supports and resistance. And for those of you guys who don't know, you guys can click down here on live news. You can keep up with updates on what's happening, and a lot of those news have a lot to affect on how these stocks move. So I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy the video.